Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. I am recommending that you double your food supply. So if you normally have a year supply, go to 2 years. If you're just normally a 1 month person, go to 2 months. Food is so important. Whoever controls the food, and that's been proven through thousands of years, who controls the food controls the people. It is so easy to think, well, I'm going to grow a garden. If you're not growing a garden now, if you're not an expert now, your learning curve is going to be so bad you're going to starve. This year I hardly planted anything just because I have other projects. But anything can happen to your garden. Hailstorm, wind, your garden can be decimated. Insects, disease. These cukes got something. So this one plant will be dead and it will spread throughout all these. Luckily, I've gotten a ton of cucumbers off of these. Let me show you what I've done. This is normally some flowers in here, moonflowers and some other flowers, but this year we went with some food. Good old cukes, and there's one squash in here. So it's given us a lot. This is that metal I've showed it to you. I think it's called Durawall. They put it between the layers of concrete blocks to bring strength to the block wall, and it works great for that, and also works great for gardening. You can see I just pushed them into the ground and made hoops, added some on top. It works so good for anything that likes to climb. This is the way to grow cucumbers. Get them off the ground so you can see what you got. My buddy gave me some pickles yesterday, so that's awesome. These are from last year. A lot of work went into these. You can. Do you have lids? Do you have jars? These things are all going to become very important, I believe. If you don't have them, how are you going to put food back? You'll say, Walmart, Aldi's, Harris Teeter, they're always going to have food. Might not be true. Eggs. We've upped our chicken production, so we're going to try to get a lot more eggs. Picked some blueberries just a second ago. Do you have means to produce food? If not, a year's supply of food is not crazy. It's not crazy talk. The figures that I heard that China can't even feed their people. I think they'll be able to feed like 2/3 of their people, or a half if they did not import any food. So, are you preparing seriously? Drives me crazy. Why don't you have 6 months supply of the canned goods that you normally use? If you buy, black beans in a can, Campbell's soup, whatever you guys use, why don't you have 6 months supply? Is it because you're lazy? Is it because of storage? Is it because of money? You can fix all those problems. You need to fix all those problems. Food is getting more expensive every day, so anything you buy today is going to be a deal 6 months from now. What if there was not food available? I was talking to my buddy yesterday. 2 things that will drive people crazy, make them do crazy things, is thirst. That's an easy one to solve for preppers. And hunger. After 3 or 4 days you're not eating, you will do anything for food. You will do anything to get your kids food. So, start stocking food up. Put it back. Rotate it. Biggest mistake preppers make? I've seen it so many times. They buy a bunch of canned goods. I know some people right now. They bought canned goods. They just put them back. They're too lazy to rotate them, or they're just not thinking that they need to. The taste is not the same. If you get old canned goods, it is not the same taste. It's not the same consistency. I've done tests. So just rotate it. Buy some more. Pull those out of storage. Use those up. It's work. But food is the most important thing going out there. Other than oxygen and breathing and water, food is necessary. So I'm urging you, increase your food production. If you're not growing nothing because you live in the city, I'm sorry, then you better stock food. You better stock not a year's supply of food, because if you think about it, if we have one bad year harvest in this country, You have one bad year of harvest for your garden. A year's supply of food is nothing. If we go into any type of conflict with China, with Russia, economic depression, look at what happened. Food was scarce. People couldn't afford it. People that lived in the country survived because they had chickens, they could have rabbits, they have all kinds of vegetables. You need to start seriously thinking about food. It's more important right now than a firearm. It's more important than ammo. You're going to eat the food no matter what. And if you use proper rotation, nothing will go to waste. And that's the key. Do not waste anything. Use your money wisely and start putting back. You got canning jars. You got canning lids. Do you even have a canner? We live in incredible, stressful times. What is told to you that is the good and righteous things is actually the worst things. It goes against moral fibers. It goes against the law of nature. They are pushing an agenda. So be able to fight back. If you have food, you can fight back. You can object. If you have no food, you will get in line. You will do what they say. So much easier just to start stockpiling. Protein is the biggest thing. Start putting up meat, canned chicken. There's companies that make beef for hamburgers. It's all canned. If you're going to buy something, buy it, try it out, make sure you like it. Simple visiting a grocery store with an extra $50 this week. Make sacrifices. If you're spending money on a coffee and you're going out to eat, say, hey, I'm not going to do that for this month. I'm going to put every cent of that extra money into getting prepared. It's not a waste. You're going to use it. There's some survival items that you might never use. A Geiger counter, you might never use it. When you do need it, though, you need it. But food is something that you can just use up and not waste a penny. I'm urging you, look at your food storage. Look at putting extra food back for loved ones and family members that have their eyes not opened. Thanks for watching.